200 साल पुराने मैंशन में शूट कर रहे थे। सो उस हवेली ने बहुत चीजें देखी हैं।
Ever since then, Excuses has been my top of the charts on my Spotify.
पहली हवेली थी जो मैंने देखी थी यॉर्कशायर में, ब्राउटन हॉल में। इसके बाद मैंने 28 हवेलियां और देखी, लेकिन वो 28 देखने के बाद भी मेरा दिमाग इसी पे था।
हाँ, मैं बहुत दारू पीकर काफी नाचा था।
स्ट्रेंजर की शादी में
इसीलिए गेट मैच लिया था।
Hard earned food.
adventure. Me and my wife for our honeymoon went to Alaska and we stayed in a bus to see northern lights.
So I found a restaurant that like served like an 8-course dessert.
Wow!
Yeah, proper
Oh.
full on.
And then he just stops and I'm like, oh, should we go to Pali Bhavan?
That is beautiful.
Because we go to Pali Bhavan and then we have a drink.
I am very energy oriented, so मुझे कुछ जगहों में घुसते ही लगता है कि गड़बड़ है, और वो किसी के घर में भी हो सकता है. I sense energy very fast.
Strangely, I always skip number 13 in whatever I'm writing for reasons unknown to me,
Wow.
and I'm not even the kind of person who's
Like I have tried it, and every time in my house slippers are upside down, there's an argument or a fight. I've observed this since I was so it's not even a superstition. Sometimes when I was younger,
Do you turn around when Kali Billi crosses and then go back?
If I was doing that, I would be turning around.
You have a Kali Billi with Jackie Shroff and Madhuri Dixit. I
there
have
was a
not
wall in that, no?
I have not walked into a hotel room thinking.
Hello everyone, welcome to Movie Fight.
Hi.
Okay, so the film जो हमने ट्रेलर देखा है, it has got a very spooky, mysterious vibe. So ऐसा कुछ on set हुआ था? पहला सवाल तो यही कर लेती हूँ मैं। कुछ ऐसा फील हुआ था? अर्जुन?
इनके कमरे में कुछ हो रहा था।
अर्जुन के कमरे में घोस्ट
हमारे कमरे में
था.
बहुत कुछ होता है।
हम लोग
We would like to know that.
200 साल पुराने मैंशन में शूट कर रहे थे। सो उस हवेली ने बहुत चीजें देखी हैं, और
हम सिर्फ रातों में शूट कर रहे थे, तो रातों में वैसे ही अजीब अजीब चीजें होती हैं। और हमारे वहाँ रहते हुए एक तूफान भी हुआ था, बड़ा जबरदस्त हरिकेन, तो दैट वाज आल्सो एडिंग टू द एटमॉस्फेयर। पर भूत नहीं आया। नहीं।
तो उसने देखा नहीं, आया था.
रसिका with you? Anything?
नहीं, रातों को तो हम जगे थे क्योंकि नाइट शूट्स थे सारे, एंड तो आई थिंक वी कंफ्यूज्ड द गोस्ट्स ऑफ द हवेली आल्सो. दे वर वंडरिंग ये क्या हो रहा है. एंड नहीं, ऐसा तो कोई भूतिया एटमॉस्फेयर तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं था. इनफैक्ट परेश और मैं तो एपी ढिल्लों के गाने गा रहे थे ऑफ स्क्रीन, सो इट वाज अ पार्टी.
So fan of AP Dhillon?
Ever since Paresh Pahuja introduced me to him while we were shooting for Lord Cousin Ki Haveli. Ever since then, Excuses has been my top of the charts on my Spotify. No, I'm not joking. Seriously, I love that song.
Okay, तो उससे पहले AP के गाने नहीं सुने थे?
हाँ, ये 2022 की बात कर रही हूँ. एंड उसी के ठीक पहले मैंने एक शो की शूटिंग की थी जिसमें there were lots of 21-year-old boys, and I remember one boy had told me, मैम आपने एपी के गाने नहीं सुने? हाँ, and I said नहीं, I don't know. And then shortly after that, Paresh Pahuja introduced me to AP Dhillon, and now I'm a fan.
Okay, so रात नाइट शूटिंग के वक्त क्या वही गाने चलते रहते थे? अंशुमन एज अ डायरेक्टर क्या
उनके
बोलोगे?
कमरे में चलते थे। सेट पे तो बीथोवन चल रहा था।
सेट पे रहता था, कमरे में टाइम पास
वो प्रिविलेज सिर्फ एक्टर्स को होता है। डायरेक्टर्स को सबसे पहले आना पड़ता है, लास्ट जाते हैं, फिर अगले दिन ब्रेक डाउन करना पड़ता है, तो अलग एक्सपीरियंस था इस बार।
लॉर्ड कुर्जो की हवेली, इसके लिए जस्ट टेल मी कि ये जो जब रेकी किया था, ये हवेली कैसे फाइनलाइज की?
एक्चुअली ये पहली हवेली थी जो मैंने देखी थी यॉर्कशायर में, ब्राउटन हॉल में। इसके बाद मैंने 28 हवेलियां और देखी, लेकिन वी वेंट बैक टू द फर्स्ट वन क्योंकि बीच में कोविड हो गया, और ये ब्राउटन हॉल करके प्रॉपर्टी है स्किप्टन में, और कोविड के बाद उन्होंने बंद कर रखा था, तो मुझे पता नहीं था ये मिलेगी या नहीं, जिसकी वजह से मुझे और ऑप्शंस देखने पड़े। लेकिन वो 28 देखने के बाद भी मेरा दिमाग इसी पे था। सो आई एम ग्लैड वी वेंट बैक एंड शॉट हियर, क्योंकि ब्राउटन हॉल के जो ओनर हैं उनके पापा का नाम एक्चुअली में हेनरी था, तो और फिल्म में यू नो हेनरी इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो इट वाज ऑल सेरेंडिपिटी, इट वाज मेंट टू हैपन एट दिस हवेली। आई रियली बिलीव इन दीज थिंग्स कि, और ये मुझे भी नहीं पता था। ये जब मैं रसिका और जोहा का शॉट शूट कर रहा था, तो वहाँ उनके पुतले रखे थे दो, जो मुझे पता था कि वो ओनर के पापा के हैं, और फिर उस रात उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि माय डैड्स नेम वाज हेनरी। और जब आप फिल्म देखेंगी तो आपको समझ में आएगा हेनरी का क्या इम्पोर्टेंस।
When we were shooting in that basement.
बेस द वाइन सेलर।
The cellar.
या
Oh, okay. And if I ask you guys, ever you have been to an uninvited dinner party? Yeah?
I haven't been to the ones I've been invited to also.
मेरे साथ ज्यादातर वही होता है, आई डोंट मेक मोस्ट इनवाइटेड डिनर पार्टीज।
Arjun, your answer.
हाँ, दिल्ली में तो ये
हाँ।
बहुत होता था, बहुत होता है। डिनर पार्टी तो खैर दिवाली पार्टीज पर बहुत होता है।
हाँ, दिवाली पार्टी दिल्ली में इवन आई मे हैव बीन टू वन और टू, बट
शादी में भी, दिल्ली में शादियों में भी बहुत होता है, जस्ट लाइक
गेट क्रैश।
ऐसे गेट क्रैश किया है कोई शादी में, याद है?
हाँ मैंने की।
हाँ.
हाँ
Any memory which you can share with us?
हाँ, मैं बहुत दारू पीकर काफी नाचा था।
स्ट्रेंजर की शादी में।
इसीलिए गेट क्रैश किया था, तो खाना भी अच्छा था।
खाना भी अच्छा था।
हाँ
अच्छा, वो गेट क्रैश की हुई पार्टीज का खाना याद रहता है एक्चुअली।
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
Hard earned food.
बिल्कुल।
एडवेंचर।
What about you?
I have
No,
never gate crashed.
Invited वाले में भी नहीं गई हो आप?
रह गया, अब क्या करूं?
अभी भी
करना
time है,
पड़ेगा,
हो
अभी भी
सकता
टाइम है। हाँ, हो सकता
अभी भी
है।
टाइम है। Okay. And best dinner date you have ever been to?
Best dinner date in my life?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Dinner date.
Wow. For me, it will have to be me and my wife for our honeymoon went to Alaska, and we stayed in a bus to see Northern Lights. And बहुत ही कमाल का, what is that film? वो लड़का बस में,
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
you know, he dies at the end of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah, I do, I
It's a
do.
cult film.
yeah.
So in Alaska, they've
Something wild.
हाँ, Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild. So they've created a bus like that, and there's an Airbnb in it, and yeah, we were like, you get up from your bed in the bus, and through the glass you see the Northern Lights, and so we had our dinner there, just her, me, the snow, and it's the most special feeling that I've had on a date. And me and my wife still do dates even though we are married, so it's a priority in our schedule. Every Sunday we take 2 hours out, so every date
I
with
think
her.
that is important also.
Dates? Oh yeah. I feel yeah, every dinner date with her is my favorite date. She's special, yeah.
Rasika and Arjun.
Best. Well, okay. Last year only, actually, for my wife's birthday, we had gone to Bali. वहाँ पर from Bali, we went to Ubud, especially for this one restaurant that I had found. She loves desserts, basically. So I found a restaurant that like served like a 8-course dessert. Yeah, proper, full on, and it was amazing. Like all the, like the gastro, like experimental, like all kinds of something comes. It's like flaming, something.
It's like a
came,
tasting
like-
menu, but of
Yeah,
desserts.
It was like an 8-course tasting menu of desserts.
Wow.
Followed by like 4 courses of dessert. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that, and it was her birthday eve, and it was just a great dinner. She loved the place. I think it was called Just for Desserts, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I can't remember clearly what it was called. Yeah.
Rasika, your turn.
Many actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mukul and I, my husband and I, go on dinner dates regularly. It's not a scheduled thing. We're not able to stick to a schedule ki once a week or whatever. But there's one restaurant where we go to when we have to. We're both really fried. It's like our dinner date restaurant, So if I know he's had a really bad day and he's telling me, this really went wrong and all, and then he just stops and I'm like, oh, should we go to Pali Bhavan?
That is beautiful.
Because we go to Pali Bhavan and then we have
That
a
is
drink
beautiful.
and then we really vent to each other. So that happens often enough. And that's really the venting zone.
I'll actually add one more. It's just come to me.
Yeah.
During the sound mix of Curzon in Kochi, I don't know if you guys have been to the Taj at Kochi. It's by the backwaters. And it was our anniversary, not our wedding, the day we met, me and Sierra, 8th August 23, I think. Yeah, just before we went to Melbourne. And we had the most exceptional date there. And there's a connection with this film. And they discovered that it's our anniversary, so they really made it special. So that was a very special dinner date. Yeah.
Okay, and now let's talk about some mysterious places. So, most mysterious place which you guys have visited?
Mysterious place.
Yes.
It's a good question.
Most mysterious place.
I am very energy oriented, so मुझे कुछ जगहों में घुसते ही लगता है कि गड़बड़ है, और वो किसी के घर में भी हो सकता है. I sense energy very fast.
Yeah.
So I have, during the recce of Lord Curzon ki Haveli, there were a couple of Havelis where I went, which were really old, like 200 plus years old, and I knew that some wrong stuff has gone down here. Like, you know, you have that, it has that heavy, you know, feel to it.
Yeah, I know
So
what you're saying.
during the recce of this film, there were two Havelis which I very clearly remember. One of them had a dog who was very unhappy. It's very hard to find an unhappy dog. And it's one of the reasons why I felt he was unhappy, because he was in the middle of things that probably he shouldn't have been. So those two Havelis were my most, or what I can remember right now.
I'd say that, you know, what I find, like when I go to places like Ellora Caves, for example, or like there's a place called, I think it's called Hanuman Tekri in
Hanuman
in
Tekri.
MP.
Yeah.
So when you go to places like this now, where there's like, you can't understand. You have no, I actually, what is the explanation actually of that kind of level of intricacy on one single, carved out of one single rock, all of that, in a time when there were like no tools, there was no, you know, so I find it greatly mysterious how our past civilizations managed this level of intricacy in design and architecture. And so I find those places supremely mysterious. Okay, because it seems like it's like, even for example, like I've not been to Egypt, but the pyramids and things like that. You know, it's like, how, you know, how, and there has to be something greater than just like engineering and architecture and humans involved. I feel, you know, some higher power, aliens. You know.
The Bermuda Triangle is a
Yeah.
place that fascinates me, and
Yeah.
I really want to visit it. I mean, as mysterious as
And
it
how
is.
superstitious you guys are?
I try not to be, and I'm not usually, I don't
Yeah.
follow things, or I'm not into anything in particular.
But कुछ ऐसी चीजें?
But I am also very energy oriented. Like there are some places where I really feel very scared, you know, for example, you know, like if I enter a place and there's no reason for them to be scary or anything, it's just you feel something about it which you just feel is not right.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me many times. So that happens, but otherwise I don't follow anything ki ye nahi karna hai. But strangely, I always skip number 13 in whatever I'm writing for reasons unknown to me, and I'm not even the kind of person who's a believer in anything in particular, but I just do it. It's like I'll write 10, 11, 12, 14.
Crazy.
Like even few buildings doesn't have a
Yeah.
13 number
Yeah.
floor, na?
I know, and it's not, I don't, you know, I'm not generally the person who believes in something or wears stones or anything like that. I don't subscribe to those things in my life, but this one, I don't know why I do. I find it very strange about myself.
Superstition, I think I'm superstitious about my own gut. Like if my gut is saying something, then I become like, you know, I think that is what I want to listen to most. You know, I become superstitious about that. कि अंदर से ये आवाज आ रही है, I should just stick to that. And if I do anything else, it won't be good. You know. But otherwise, I'm not too superstitious. Other than, of course, grown up in a Punjabi household, so the basics, you know. एग्जाम के पीछे मुंह मीठा, एग्जाम से पहले मुंह मीठा,
घर से बाहर निकलते
पीछे
वक्त
से टोकना नहीं,
पीछे से आवाज नहीं देना, चप्पल सीधी करो, रात को नाखून नहीं काटते, all that stuff. So whatever, you know.
That's my one superstition.
Yeah.
Like I have tried it, and every time in my house, slippers are upside down. There's an argument or a fight. I've observed this since I was, so it's not even a superstition. Sometimes when I was younger, I've actually done it to see what happens. Because you're curious when you're a kid, right?
Yeah.
So I would do it and hide it under an almirah and
But what was the superstition around it कि उल्टा होता तो क्या
चप्पल
होता?
अगर
लड़ाई होती है ना, हाँ, वो मैंने भी
And
सुना। हाँ
वही है क्या?
नहीं but I also see that karo at the moment I see it.
नहीं,
See all
too,
these
me
are like
too.
culturally imbibed
Yes.
superstitions.
But I've tested this, and it happens.
या
I
फिर
believe in
चप्पल
it.
के ऊपर चप्पल से रखिए तो
वो
भी
भी
होता है ऐसा।
हाँ,
हाँ,
चप्पल के ऊपर
हाँ।
चप्पल।
So मेरा
या फिर
यही है।
मिरर टूट जाए तो
Mirror
7
टूट
years of
जाए,
bad
right.
luck.
Oh, अच्छा,
apparently.
7
हाँ.
years. Okay. ये मुझे नहीं पता था। Yeah,
Do you
okay.
turn around when Kali Billi crosses and then go back?
If I was doing that, I would be turning around the whole day.
You have a Kali
पूरे दिन घूमता ही
घर
रहता
में ही
मैं.
घूमता.
No, that's a very, I'm dead against this bias against black cats.
Yeah.
It's utter
No, but there is a
racism,
science to
colorism.
it. There is a reason why this started, this whole black cat or cat superstition, which is that certain species of cats back in the day used to have a certain kind of germ on their bum, which was detrimental to the human skin. You could get a certain disease from it if you were exposed to it, if they had just taken a dump. So a few minutes after they've taken a dump, it used to be in the air. So the science was that you should not cross that area because
Cross the path.
it's in the air, so it can stick to your skin and cause you damage. वो फैलते ना has become this.
You know, since we're on that topic, can I also add that since you mentioned the number 13, you know, that is also a supposed conspiracy theory, which is that 13 is actually the most powerful number. Okay, the original Vedic calendar and things, there were 13 months. Okay, and so yeah, there were 13 months, 13 signs as well. And ever since the switching from Vedic to Gregorian calendar, which is what we now follow, they removed the 13th month, because apparently they don't want the general populace to have access
Power.
to the power and
So I've been
information
denying
of the
myself
number.
power all
Exactly.
this time. Chalo.
So it has been a conscious effort of
I'll redo
modern
all my notes.
civilization to remove the number 13 from, that's the conspiracy theory.
But the Vedic thing,
Yeah.
it's the cycle of the sun, which is 12 and a half quarter, which is maybe where the 13 was coming to. Because as per the Veds, it actually says 12 years and 3/4 is the cycle of the sun, which is where your life turns. And if you observe every 13th year in your life, something major happens, which is what the Veds also say. And it's been true in my life. Every 13th year, like I'm 39 and my first directorial is releasing, for example, just to.
Okay. And the most fondest memory from this film?
Oh, there are so many.
Yeah, how do you filter it down to one?
For me, the breakfasts with the team they were very special. Because the breakfast was fantastic at Broughton Hall, and just the space, and it was like kind of ours. It was closed from the rest of the, and just having everyone sit, the DOP, the team. For me, the mornings of just going through the shot breakdown and the wrap, the last day when all of them left, I was very sad, but couldn't express it because it was so quick. When you turn around things, it was because it's much like life. It's over, right? He'll never be Rohit again. She'll never be Ira again. We'll never be in that space again. It's like the last show of a play that you do. It's like a piece of you is going with it. But the magic is it's there forever, and the film will be beyond us. So yeah.
I think all my good memories are associated with food. So yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
And we were shooting that scene where Paresh, which is the first scene of the film,
Yeah.
and it was very, very cold. And I was not, obviously, I was in
yeah.
costume, which was not as equipped as the weather would have needed. And we were walking on this very cute street in a very beautiful town. Skipton is a very beautiful town. And there was this little bakery. And I went in and had this garam scones. So it's like, it's like all my enlightened dreams came true. And you needed something warm, and you found a little bakery which had these most amazing scones.
I remember
And
it.
then you always wanted to go back to that bakery,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen.
Yeah. I couldn't go back to the
Yeah.
bakery, but I also wanted to go to a pub,
The bull. We shot in the bull.
which I went to before we shot. And I kept saying it every day.
Yeah, I remember now.
To
Yeah.
Sierra and Deepak, right?
Yeah, Deepak.
Who was driving us around.
yeah.
And I kept telling Sierra and Deepak, Sierra is Anshuman's wife, and that, I'm going to go to the pub, guys. So one day we had a later call time. And I went to the pub and I came back and I met them in the middle of the road and I was like, guess where I've been? And both of them popped their head out of the car and said, the pub.
Arjun, what about you?
Memory, I think, well, first of all, I think one of my key takeaway from this film, other than, of course, everything, the whole gamut of the experience it has been working with Anshuman, I think one of the key things is going to be working with Rasika, honestly, is going to be very, very special forever. And meeting and getting to know Paresh Pahuja, who's a real gem of a human, an absolute find of a talent. Very happy to know him, and so yeah, these two things, I think, But memory-wise, I think the fondest one I have is of जब early morning हम rap करते थे, and then we would go back to where we were staying. The 4 actors were all staying in one other haveli on the same property, and फिर वहाँ पर एक बड़ा सा किचन आइलैंड होता था, वहाँ पर बैठकर 1-2 ड्रिंक्स होती थी, सुबह सुबह अंडे होते थे, and it will just be us like hanging out and just having fun before going to sleep.
And somebody was washing dishes.
हाँ, कोई बर्तन धो रहा है, कोई
कोई
अंडा
कपड़े
बना
सुखा रहा था,
कोई कपड़े सुखा रहा है, कोई देख रहा है यहाँ पर क्या स्नैक्स छोड़े हैं इन्होंने, अच्छा सिर्फ फ्रूट है, चलो अंडे बनाओ.
Okay, Rasika, since you're here, how can we not ask about Mirzapur the film? So, मतलब Rasika का क्या रूप हमको उसमें अलग नजर आने वाला है? Can we just know about that?
बीना त्रिपाठी के बहुत अलग अलग रूप हैं और आपको कौन सा रूप कब देखने को मिले वो किसी को नहीं पता.
There was a song, right? Anyway.
Say no, I want to know.
There was a song that went, हुस्न के लाख रंग कौन सा रंग.
Thank God musical नहीं थी तुम्हारी फिल्म.
I mean, गाना नहीं था.
Yeah, why is it so starkly
Okay.
Also, since you are also here, so Made in Heaven का next season क्या हम देखेंगे या नहीं देखेंगे?
नहीं देखेंगे.
नहीं देखेंगे. ये कंफर्म हो चुके हैं.
हाँ, मेकर्स की तरफ से मुझे तो कंफर्म है, तो इसलिए मैं आपको कर देता हूँ.
So the fans will be sad. They are.
Sorry fans.
Sorry, one thing. हुस्न के लाख रंग was in the Antakshari of मैंने प्यार किया. That's why it's
Yes.
in the मैंने प्यार किया Antakshari.
Right. Okay, quickly, this is called Actor Recommends. Okay, आप तीनों को you just have to recommend 3 film or 3 series. Let's do a horror series or a film which you will recommend to all our viewers.
Horror? I don't watch horror.
Yeah, even I don't watch horror.
Then any
horror series or
film.
horror film और series. मेरे को हर तरह की एक ना एक horror film याद आ रही है, क्योंकि बचपन में मैं हिंदी फिल्मों में भी horror देखता था. रामसे मूवीज जो कि थी वीराना, मेरे बचपन में बहुत ट्रॉमेटाइज किया. एक वीराना नाम की फिल्म. एक और फिल्म थी कब्रिस्तान.
Oh, I know
कब्रिस्तान. इनफैक्ट वीराना में विलन का नाम था सामरी. बहुत डरावनी था. Anyway, so then moving on from there, I think Paranormal Activity is one film that till today stays with me. Paranormal Activity बहुत ही जबरदस्त, बहुत ही low budget and found footage kind of film है. और बहुत path breaking थी अपने टाइम पर. And if I may speak about, it's not entirely horror, लेकिन तुम्बड़ भी somewhat horror-ish elements at least. And yeah, in fact that I just found so perfect because उसमें क्या नहीं था उसमें, horror and just everything that it was talking about and the telling of that story was just बहुत दिल खुश कर दिया तुम्बड़ ने.
Horror?
Any
The last horror भी नहीं है वो तो that I watched when I was 11 years old. उसके बाद I got so scared that I never watched horror ever again in my life. It was a film called 100 Days with Jackie Shroff and Madhuri Dixit.
Yes.
I
There
have
was a
not,
wall in that, no?
I have not
that
walked
wall.
into a hotel room thinking without thinking that a skeleton is going to fall out of the wall.
Didn't it have that? No, it didn't have that song.
So
It has
after
got a very famous song.
Yeah.
सुन मेरी
Yes.
Yeah.
उसके बाद से मैंने horror promise कभी नहीं देखा except for one horror series that I had done myself, which of course I watched. But
What was that?
Adhura.
Adhura.
But otherwise, I've never watched
May I
it.
add one more?
Sure,
May I add
sure.
one more? Sorry, there is a film called Late Night with the Devil. I think it's on Amazon Prime Video. Late Night with the Devil. बहुत ही जबरदस्त film है. It's about on a late night talk show like Seth Meyers kind of show. Someone's got a guest, and just for the ratings, the guest is this paranormal kind of, and for the ratings, they make the guest summon a spirit onto the stage.
And the spirit comes.
And the spirit comes, and the whole film is the
Oh,
2
dear
hours in the
Lord.
studio. 2 hours in the studio.
That
I am
is-
big darpoke. I
Yeah.
cannot do all this. I
Yeah.
cannot put myself through a film like
मैं भी बहुत डरपोक हूँ. मैं बचपन में ऐसे लाइक अर्जुन चादर रख के ऐसे ऐसे करके मैं जी हॉरर शो एंड ये वगैरह देखता था. The last horror film that I saw was in college. I was at St. Xavier's College, and there was a film called The Exorcism of Emily Rose, based on a true story. I went to Sterling,
Yeah.
single screen,
Very scary.
and I came back to Xavier's, and Xavier's is an old college, and I was in the hostel, and I needed to pee at night, and I couldn't get out of my room because the tube light at the end of the alley was flickering, and I was like, I had seen that film that night, and I said, after this, I'm not taking myself through this. So that was the last horror film, but that's one I recommend because it's really good for horror lovers. I will take a couple of black comedy thrillers or thrillers as a genre. There is a film called Hush, which I really, it's a chamber film about a deaf and mute woman inside an isolated, it's on Amazon Prime, I think. And there is another really good film that I saw called Mother, which is again a psychological thriller, but very atmospheric.
The last one, Haveli Confessions. Okay. Who do you think is most likely to survive a ghost attack?
1 minute. From all of us?
Yes.
3 of us or
Yes.
everyone in
Anyone.
most likely to survive a ghost attack?
मतलब out
Yeah.
of the cast.
Yes.
I think Anshuman.
Yeah, even I think Anshuman.
Okay. Which character would you want as your roommate in a haunted house?
In a haunted house?
Yes.
Paresh.
Paresh.
Jessica?
I don't know.
Paresh?
Maybe
Character or act? अच्छा.
From this film, na,
From
which
this, हाँ.
Basuki Nath.
in a haunted house. I don't know.
He'll scare the ghost off.
Or Ira for that matter.
Or Ira, actually.
Yeah. Ira would be very cute for the, good distraction for the ghost.
For the ghost.
Yeah.
Isko jelo.
Okay. If you owned a Haveli, what's one thing you would absolutely want in it?
A trunk.
Well done. That was a good one. 10 on 10 on that. Yes, please.
Trunk?
Yeah.
Haveli?
Yeah.
Oh my god. हवेली है तो बस फर्नीचर बहुत सारा हो क्योंकि खाली हवेली में तो और भी डर
और भी डर लगेगी.
Chandelier.
Chandelier.
Chandelier. That's also
Chandelier
very important
is
in
important
Havelis.
element
Okay.
in a Haveli.
Imagine the Haveli was real and you had to spend a night alone there. What would you do to survive?
Sleep.
Listen to AP Dillon.
I would hope I would have my PlayStation with me and play video games.
Okay, and the last one is, what's your go-to spooky face?
Spooky face.
Yes.
Oh, that is spooky, bro.
That is spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my face only. That's
Yeah.
the face when I get
My
angry.
wife says that I look spooky when I get angry, so I guess my angry face.
Okay, so that was great. Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with all
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.